we perish, our people, we perish because of lack of knowledge. Kuna so much expectation from people. Ni kama venye mheshimiwa akikuja, unaona mheshimiwa akikuja kwa constituency yenu, mna expectingi atoke kakitu. That is the same way watu wakiniona nikienda nyumbani na watu wananiona kwa TV kwa nilifanyia kazi 10 years ago. Bado wanafikiria uko na do. Watu wanafikiria bado niko na pesa na
una.
Hakuna. The government should tusaidie jameni. Yeah, tusuma. Serikali saidia. Yeah.
Mtu anajuanga aje anajua kwa hata mimi naona kama. Hata mimi naona kana nataka.
Unaona hadi wewe unaweza.
Mtu anajuanga aje? Hebu niambie. Mtu anajuanga aje?
Z Talks, we aren't talking about TED Talks. A rough diamond, bedrock, line and vibing, let's talk. Taking a seat on the hot seat, shoni moto ni mbaya kama backshish. Certified seat to go active, real life scenes. This ain't not acting, he shoni massive, not like the others. Sini productive, where I go. Everybody asking, toka kainaro donde buda langi. Kila sehemu tumeweka kambi.
Where we talk, where we love, where we give our opinions free of charge.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us yet again to another amazing episode of Z Talks. And I am glad to have you with us here today. And ndio hawa sisi yet again. And today I'm joined in studio by quite amazing, beautiful ladies up ndani ya studio. And I'm going to request them. Before tuendelee, I'm going to request them to introduce themselves. Naona unajua leo nimesurroundiwa na vitu mzuri. Tuko pamoja? Amazing. Tutaanza hapa. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are. Tafadhali, the stage is yours.
Okay, so hi, I'm Stella Mbuthia. I'm an actor. I'm an actress. Whatever works for you. Yeah.
Okay. Uko married, uko na watoto, uko single?
No, I'm not married.
Una manifest?
Manifesting nini?
Marriage. This is nice.
Yeah.
Karibu sana. Thank you for
so
accepting to come. On my left, kindly introduce yourself.
They call me Sally, aka Slick Norey. That's me. I'm a filmmaker, film director. I write films, so yeah.
Amazing. Mmesikia? Hiyo AKA kidogo ndo imenipita. Hebu rudia hapo kwa AKA.
Slick Norey. Like they call me Slick Norey. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
AKA. Thank you so much, Sally, for accepting to come, for joining us kwa hii episode. I have a question. I'm going to start by asking a question because you two guys are in the film industry. And I'm meant to believe that you guys, I've seen a bit of work from you. And I'm meant to believe that you guys have been in this industry for quite a little bit or a while. And I would want to know mashida inaanzianga wapi to the point that you'll find a person that is very famous and extremely broke. Stella, uko na kakitu, hebu tuanzie. Pesa uko nayo?
Kakitu akaezi kosa.
Ndio.
Kakitu akaezi kosa, but the problem comes in, you're talking about broke and famous, right?
Yeah.
So I think it starts by low pay. Bana pesa ni kidogo.
Watu wanalipwa pesa.
Napiga show moja kali, mnanijua, alafu kakitu kenye nimepewa huko nyuma ya tent, amunielewi. Mmeniona Showmax, mmeniona mahali pengine, but you guys don't want to understand. But okay, not like you don't understand. It's that people tend to assume every time you're seeing me on a big screen, like maybe there's a lot of money and blah blah blah, but that's not the case. Most of the time unapata watu wanapewa pesa kidogo, like pesa yenye watu wanapewa haiandamani na kazi yenye mtu amefanya. Yeah, so that is one thing. Another one is limited opportunities. aya tuseme ni you've seen people wenye mtu amefanya show moja kali tumemjua alafu we never see like their show runs for quite a long time but we never get to see them on another show ever again. So mmeishi kujua huyu mtu ni mkali, huyu ni mtu anafaa kuwa na pesa but nimepewa tu one chance and yeah. Na pia okay, let me stop at that first. Sally chance nisianze kulia. I don't wanna cry.
Naambia watu
wanateseka. So watu
naambia watu wanateseka haki ya nani. Sally, what do you think causes you to be famous and broke at the same time? Wewe uko broke?
By the grace of God, I'm not.
You're not broke.
Provision, God provides.
This is nice. Hata mimi naona hii mafuta ikinimwa. How does it get to the point that everybody knows you but you have nothing in your pocket?
So for me, as I'm going to like highlight also, like limited opportunities. Like you find like someone since like they were young, they've acted like in the industry for so long, like they're the only set of people who can act, you know.
Yeah.
So we've grown up with the same faces every day, you know. So the rest, the people who are the talent that is coming and the young people who are trying to like make it to the industry, it becomes so hard for them because they're not given opportunities, and even if they are given opportunities, it's like they're being taken for granted, you know. Yeah, so unapata felicity. So unapata most people have the talent as they act for maybe 1, 2, 3 productions, and they don't climb up the ladder because the ladder is filled with the same people who have been in the industry for like forever.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are no new
So there are no new opportunities. No new faces. But tukiwa hapo tu kwa broken famous. I had a story. Ilikuwa nasikia a certain interview on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube. And for purposes of discretion, I'm not going to mention who the artist was. And who artist alikuwa na, you know, we unapata do, unapata do, you're being paid by your bosses, but inafikanga point unajua ukiwa msanii na uko famous kila msee ana expect wewe uko na do kuliko kila mtu, unaelewa hiyo mtaa huwezi ambilika. Yeah, that's the only money you're ever gonna get, and that film may go and blow sometime. You never know. Yeah, so itaenda and unajipata you are exposed to the community in a way that is above what you are. Like they're thinking of you in a way that that literally that ain't you. You don't have all that. Pengine hata ulipewa 30k ama 15,000 na hiyo story wakamaliza.
Actually, let me break it down for you. I'm not gonna mention the shows. So kwa easy local channels, there are shows we were watching as kids.
Yeah.
There has been a rerun of the shows saizi when I was a kid na saizi that those shows are still there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hao watu wenye walikuwa kwa hiyo show, tuseme wa mtu alipewa 10k. Hii show nimeiona nikigrow up, mtoto mwenye my siblings wame grow up wakakuja wakapata reruns. I am an adult now, I am still seeing, and like tunaendelea kuona something we are seeing your work continuously, but you're not getting paid continuously. Kuna so much expectation from people. Ni kama venye mheshimiwa akikuja, unaona mheshimiwa akikuja kwa constituency yenu, mna expectingi atoke kakitu. That is the same way watu wakiniona nikienda nyumbani na watu wananiona kwa TV kwa nilifanya hiyo kazi 10 years ago.
Bado wanafikiria uko na do.
Watu wanafikiria bado niko na pesa na hakuna.
Like unajua kuna vitu na kufanya ma-advert and stuff like that. If you start an online say TikTok channel or vitu kaa hizo, in a blow up in a very short period of time. Why are you broke? Why are you broke?
I blame serikali in the first place. I blame the government.
Government.
Sali ebu ongea kwanza.
I feel like we are doing the same content everywhere. Like I've never, like, from, I don't know, when I was young, like the same content ikiletwa certain specific channels, it's like either rich people, the rich man, the poor lady who comes in the hand and the so it's like the same
concept. They are not adapting to new concepts.
Creative.
Creativity.
Unajua mimi I've watched Kenyan content, and let me tell you, Kenyan content is legit. Kenyan content is so good.
Yes,
mimi naweza shinda kwa TV tu nikiwatch Kenyan content.
True.
I don't feel like, is there actually kuna dozi natokanga kwa gava zinaenda contest.
By time inafika kama kuna hiyo pesa, by time ipitie kwa Kenya Film Commission, wakubwa wachukue zao, producer akuja by time inafika ka 1000, itafika ka kitu kadogo. Yeah.
What do you think is the most immense challenge when it comes to the film industry? Which is the most immense? Like, what do you feel is the biggest challenge? Funding. Oh, pesa bado.
Pesa. Shida ni pesa. Pesa. Like, niko na show kali. Like when I stage my, or when I table my whatever, my idea, vitu zenye ninafaa kwa like napewa whatever I'm supposed to, like nikipeleka tuseme I'm tabling my whatever to maybe Showmax. Nikienda na budget yangu, tuseme niko na budget ya mita. Nikienda hapo ujue kila mtu anataka kukula, si ati like tuseme Showmax has the money, right? I am not attacking Showmax. I am let no one come for me. I am just using it as an example because hiyo ni kitu tunajua, like everyone is familiar to it. Nikisema nataka mita moja, tuseme hiyo pesa itatoka, nitapewa hiyo mita moja, lakini by time inifikie inakuwa nimepewa kitu kama 100 Gs. Tuseme let me make it reasonable. 500 Gs ndo zitanifikia. Remember I had a budget of 1M. Kwa hivyo ndo hii 500 Gs ifanye hii project yangu yote, kumaanisha kuna watu nitafinyilia. Na nitafinyilia nani? Actors.
Primary consumer.
Yes. Ule mtu mwenye anachapa kazi mingi zaidi. I am not throwing shade, hata crew anafanya kazi mzuri sana. But most of the time utapata watu wanafinyiliwa ni actors, because going back again to ile broken famous, kuna si tulisema story ya limited opportunities. Nimekaa for a long time. Let's say it this way. Kenya tuko na tabia ya kurecycle artists. Tuko na tabia ya kurudia. Tumeona kuna watu nilianza kuona nikiwa class 2. Saa hizi bado nawaona kwa industry.
Bahati.
So huyu mtu mwenye amekuwa mimi sijataja mtu. Wewe.
Mimi sitaimba sasa.
Let it not be associated with me. Back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
So, sinasema tumekuwa tukirecycle actors. Our few actors wenye wako in between, ninaka for a long time bila kupata job.
So extra hadi
nimekuwa extra tangu niingie kwa sinema bana. So when I get here nimekaa for a long time bila job. So hata kazi nilifaa kupewa kitu kama 50 Gs, mtu akiniofa 10k niko tu ni sawa.
Niko sawa.
Just give me the money.
Acha tu nichukue do.
Just give me my money.
Yeah. What do you think?
Funding, yeah, I'll top that. Like, I feel like there is more in the film industry. What wanakalia sana in film industry. I feel like if people just give more creativity or more, they lie. I'm not saying that they lie more to the film, but I feel like film is something that can actually grow this country for real, because there are a lot of talents.
Yeah.
People who know how to act, people who know how to produce films, but wamekanyigilia. Unapata mtu alisomea film but sai afanyi hiyo because anaenda anapata nikienda hiyo industry, like there's no fairness. I don't think I can, because already unajua hata nikienda ku act hata nipe hiyo role juu already kuna mtu mwenye
casting director anajua nimeitana kazi lakini kuna mtu mahali nyumbani najua niko na mtu lakini for the for the plot
no mnaitwa tu auditions.
I feel like talent kwa sana of which kama tungeweza kupatia these people the chance to like share what they have or who they are. I feel like the funding problem, because film itself going to generate a lot of money. I don't know why they are not giving like a chance to the film industry. Like it's been so quiet because people are like Johnny nitaenda kwa home nione hii kipindi bas. People are so used to the normal that even the new is not catered for. Like hakuna room for new. People are so used to the same old. So I feel there's a challenge is people are like our like mindset za watu hawataki grow, especially in the film industry. Like iko hapa like we're not getting out of this. But I feel like if we can just decide to like grow this film industry like fairly, I feel like italeta pesa mingi kwa nchi. Tutaacha hata kuangalia mambo ya government.
Do you actually think that the government has, unajua, once the government stops or does not support a certain industry, like itakuwa ngumu for that industry to grow, right? So do you feel like the government has a hand to play? Ebu ogeresha magoa. Nirani
mimi nimekuambia uache kutaja majina.
Magoa dai. Magoa dai. Lord Jesus.
Respect for the dead.
Yeah, please.
I don't know how to say it, but for sure tunajua gava ndio root ya everything. If you get supported from, cause mi najua gava iko capable of supporting like talent, it's capable of supporting the film industry. Cause I don't know ilikuwa kwa hizi zinaitangwa nini hizi mashujade zinaitangwa nini public holidays. I have seen like the government award some renowned actors now. So yeah, gava iko capable, iko na pesa. If we have the right people to channel what shida sinawambia pia shida inaanza na watu wenye wako juu yetu. Cause kila mtu ameenda na a selfish interest. Kila mtu anataka nikienda hapo it's about mimi napata nini. Yeah. It's not about watu wenye wako chini yangu wana gain, and it is okay, ni sawa, it's okay to be selfish, but pia please like tukue reasonable.
Back to the issue of royalties. How do you think these should be approached, Bana? Me, I feel like it's important. It's very important that wewe umekuwa ukionekana kwa TV for the longest time na ulilipa kwa 30k kwa kanini kamoja ulifanyaga tu
10 years ago.
Ulifanyaga na hiyo pesa ulikula na ikaisha. But once you've invested in that particular film, I feel like you will earn all the way mpaka ile, I don't know, ni kama wasanii, kama wasanii wa muziki. Once umeweka ngoma yako YouTube na imeanza kukulipa, itaishi kukulipa, right? I mean, how do you what do you think it should be approached like?
Like for me, I think the issue comes in when the film industry does not really know its capability yet. Like someone doesn't know their worth.
Okay.
And that is where a lot of people wanakanyagiwa. Like in school, like before okay, I'm not saying that everyone who can act has gone to school, or anyway, everyone who can direct a movie has gone to school. But I personally, like, I studied for film directing, and it was limited knowledge about how I'm supposed to be paid, how am I supposed to maneuver around the industry, so that
yeah.
Because let's just be honest, we're doing a because they really have that passion, like, I want to act, so I'll just settle for anything and everything. I feel like as the film industry, we have not really atuja realize our capabilities or what we can do. But it's painful to like not realize what you're capable of.
To echo on what she's saying, we perish because of lack of knowledge. First of all, we are supposed like to create awareness to these actors, these actresses. Okay, allow me to use actors. That's a general term. We should create awareness to actors that if you are sure, on a hey, when you want to do a show, see, there is a contract you're supposed to sign. Let's normalize to normalize kusoma hiyo contract. Wacha kuagree on terms and tafadhali.
Na wanatumia majina ngumu sana hapo kwa hizo contract.
According to Act 72.
Which act?
So first of all, let's normalize on tusome hizo contracts, and also let's create awareness to actors that if you are sure tuambie kwanza kuna kitu inaitwa royalties. Tuambie kwanza hiyo ni nini. Wakuwa wanajua if your show happens to run again, Jesus.
Okay,
if your show happens to run again, maybe on a big screen or something, wakuwa wanajua wanafaa kulipwa. People should be aware. Secondly, kuna a lot of corruption when it comes to, sometimes yes, the royalties kuna pesa inapeanwa, lakini as tunashinda tu tukirevolve on one place, selfishness. Watu wenye wako juu yetu hawakubali kupea. People are not give what belongs to Caesar. Yes, and what belongs to God. Patia msanii pesa yake. Another thing, we have a weak legislation. That is like, in case back to story ya contract, nikisign contract, in case whoever I am signing that contract with akose kuenda according to what we've agreed on, what happens? How do I sue this person? Tuseme we
goes contrary to the
if you go contrary to what we agreed on, what happens? Most of the time utapata like if kuna konga na group ya Kenya Film, and they keep bringing up these things hizo stories za funding, pesa, blah blah blah. Ikifika huko juu, because unajua hatuna support, ninajua nikipeleka hiyo kesi kotini, big fish wataniteremsha. So we should get a good legislation, as in nikijua this person or this company or this holding went against what we agreed on, kuna venye naeza wasu. So tena back to the government. The government should tusaidie jameni. Tusuma. Serikali saidia.
I'm going to ask, and this is just but a general question. Mtu anajuanga aje anajua kwa hata mimi naona mimi naona kana nataka.
Unaona hadi wewe unaweza.
Mtu anajuanga aje? Hebu niambieni. Mtu anajuanga aje?
Okay. Let me say try. You'll never know what you're capable of until like you try. Huwezi jua kama like, cause okay, like acting, unajua I don't want to use that example. Tuseme kitu kama baiskeli, you have to do it consistently, ndo unajua, ndo ile one time utaenda smooth and you're like, oh okay, I can do it. But for acting, try out and see if it works out for you, then well and good. If you hear auditions, enda sawa, ukipata sawa, ukikosa. I feel like there's a lot when it comes to falling into character. For one, ukiangalianga casting call. Okay, for people who don't know what a casting call is. Muniwache, niwaelimishe.
Mza kameramani. Kameramani.
So, a casting call ni in layman's language ni hiyo ninasema ninataka niko na sinema. Nataka mtu anakaa hivi na hivi. Na anafaa kukua na this and this character. So basically that is what a casting call is. It's like a description of the kind of character I am looking for, or the kind of person I am looking for. At times, let me say, kuna that falling into character involve a lot. Kuna there's the setup, tuseme I am supposed to play as an ushago lady. I'm supposed to be familiarized with oh that's the word. Ukiangalia kitu kama like, if I know all of you have watched Anti-Boss, ukiangalia character ya Nice Wanjiru, she plays it so well. She was familiarized na the ushago, yani alikuwa educated on this is how you're supposed to behave and this and this, and pia there is a physical representation at times. Kwa casting calls unapatanga wamesema we want a bald man, someone who looks this and
a
this
short guy.
Yeah, so falling into character ina involve pia like your physical appearance. Yeah,
okay.
I can't be casting for maybe a thick lady. Mimi mnaona venye natoshana. Maybe I might have like the skill of kutoa like the words or anything, but I don't look like that character. So the physical representation and familiarizing with your place yenye the setup is also a thing. Yeah. And also something else, the emotional connection. There are characters that kutoka tu sinema ianze utakuwa unalia, so you have to get ready, rehearse. Not rehearsing like crying. You getting into the character. Unasoma your script, you put yourself into that position, that yani una assume that is your real life situation. Okay. So for me it's 3 things: that emotional connection, familiarizing, na hiyo ingine tumesema physical representation. So that's all for me for falling into character.
Yeah. Hey, okay. Tunasoma sikubeba notebook, naandika kwa simu. What do you think, Sally? I mean, what are some of the measures that you guys take when it comes to falling into character? I mean, literally changing your whole self to somebody else.
Confidence is something that for me as a filmmaker will look for, because if you're confident you can actually play out a role without having to not be authentic. Like, you need to be authentic for real. So that if I see you're authentic, it means that you have passion for that thing, of which it now brings the emotional aspect of it. Because if you can be confident about something and authentic about something, definitely you bring it out of you the way it's supposed to be. So like for me, I think confidence is number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, and as she said, like familiarization. You need to be familiar with that character.
And also, I think research. There is a movie nilikuwa na watch, so the person was playing Adolf Hitler. Logically tunajua that person died. Yeah, and you have to research on your character. Nimepewa character ya Adolf. So you research on huyo mtu alikuwaje. It's not a matter of coming and like reading the script and we are done for the day. Research about that person. Alikuwa na behavior, alikuwa nafanyaje. That I think that will help in like falling into character. Yeah. So research about your character.
The other day I was listening to a guy, a guy that used to play the character of Ras in Mother-in-Law. I know you guys are familiar with that. You've been watching it ever since you were children. And this guy alikuwa anaongelelea what we call financial exploitation in the film industry, and it's there. And it's not only in the film industry. Unajuanga ile ukisikia msee akikwambia hii Kenya lazima ujue mtu, this is what we are talking about. Alikuwa na explain how you are a certain character, or you're playing a certain character in a series of movies or a series of a web series or something like that. And your boss, wenye wanawalipa wanajua wewe unapatiangwa 100, you're given 100 Gs every episode, probably unapatiwa 100 Gs, and that is what it's written there. But now your director or the person that is I don't know, like casting, calling or something, or the cast director anaamua, unajuaje, mimi najua tunawalipa so, lakini mimi nitatafuta msee nimwambie wewe nataka nikupatie job fulani, utakuwa unalipwa 100 Gs but chwani ni yangu. Have you ever encountered such
Bana mi najua mtu atufanye hiyo kitu na 20 sijui unaita wewe nini wamemia. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of financial exploitation kwa industry. And back to what I said, we perish because of lack of knowledge. Yeah. So now pia let me say there's a lot of logically, if you're signed up for maybe a film, a documentary, or whatever thing, hata kwa a normal job, you're supposed to sign a contract. So at times hizi contracts zinakuja zikiwa very unfair. Venye nilisema huyo mtu huko juu kizungu ni mingi, pages 10 nitasoma saa ngapi? Bana sijakuwa na kazi. So do I even have the time to read the contract?
Job imekuja hapa na ni ya 40.
Yeah. Na ujue sijakuwa na kazi the last 3 months. So no matter how unfair the contract is, bana mi nitakubali tu. And something else, there is on financial exploitation, kuna delayed payments. Tunafanya kazi. Yeah, tuseme kwanza
unaandikiwa
ama mnaambiwa ati ile siku hii movie itatokea. Bana ile don't apata. Mi nitawagawia. Yeah, so like hizo unfair contracts, delayed payments, na pia kuna unpaid work. Nafanya kazi, naambiwa I think mmesikia cases of I do some work and then sitailipwa kwa sababu napelekwa hivi, naambiwa unajua wakubwa wamesema hakuna pesa sahi, but in the next two weeks itakuwa imetokea. Nilisign contract sikatai. Na yani we are revolving kwa film industry, tuna revolve to around the same thing. Weak legislation, funds na selfishness. Tuna revolve tuangonga tu hivi. The same, tuna revolve around the same circle because nimesign contract, it was unfair. Aya, pesa imefika, si kenye tulisign. Aya, nikitaka kukusiu, there is a weak legislation. So I feel like there is a lot of exploitation. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What I've realized is that I'm going to start here. There's a lot of potential, as I said, and there's a lot of your desire kuwa known, acknowledged, and just thrive in the film industry. You know, nataka hata mimi siku moja, you know, people know my name. I need to leave a legacy, you know. And ukikuja na hiyo passion, you know, someone can easily know that you don't know.
Yeah,
that is where they can exploit you based on how just you're talking or based on how you carry yourself. Like I can see you're really desperate. I can smell your desperation. you really want to get there, and this is where now the exploitation comes in. Like I think I can, you know, now inaanza hivi sasa kupeleka hivi, like okay, you want to do this, I'm going to do, but just know I'm going to pay you this money.
Yeah.
And because you really have that, you know, your desire, unakubali tu.
Yeah.
Unakubali tu. And also there's this fear at ukiongea, you won't be given the what? The money, or you won't be given the slot.
Yeah.
Because you need to be naive. You need to like not know. You need to usikuja hapa kuonyesha ni kama unajua a lot. And now inakuja to a point people are so fearful. Now they just, you can easily be exploited.
Okay.
Because your mindset iko, you know, Kenya is this and this and this way.
Yeah.
So wewe unakubali tu kwenda nayo. You're not speaking against it. A lot of people are like, this is unfair, but you're not doing anything about it. Inaishia kwa nyumba, inaishia you're complaining to your colleagues, but at the end of the day nothing is changing. So you see, it's a cycle, you know, and someone should break that cycle. So you know, yeah.
You should.
Actually ni hivi, sikia. Chris,
yes.
Niko na kazi.
Mbuthia.
Lakini sasa ile pesa mimi niko nayo, naona umekuwa ukiteseka na kuna kazi inaanzanga tu hivyo. Na najua unakuanga na talanta mtu wangu, na najua ungependa kuonekana kwa TV. Si ungependa mama yako akuone kwa TV? Niko na kazi, lakini labda nikupe 5,000. Kama utaki nitapea mtu mwingine.
Or they degrade your talent. Wanaona vizuri you have talent, but they won't give it to you 100%. They will just you know, you're fine, so you know, you can, I'm just being honest. Like this is what happened.
Okay.
So like so wanakudegrade uone sifai, so I'll just go with whatever they want.
Yeah.
This is again goes back to you need to wake up and gain the knowledge and know that you're worth more. I feel like
watu wasome.
No, you're what?
no, it's very important. Not even in the film aspect. Everywhere. Just know your worth. Like know.
And then we are programmed in a way that tunajua ati lazima nianze kulipwa pesa kidogo, ati nitaenda nikipanda. Hakuna kitu kama unaweza pata tu pesa mzuri. So like I feel like venye pia tulikuwa program tukaambiwa ni lada, sikatai ni lada, lakini lada ya 2,000 jameni. Tao mbili.
2,000 shillings. Anyway, away from money, naona kidogo inawachemsha.
Kunywe maji.
Kunywa tumaji. There is a issue of sexual exploitation. Have you ever, or have you had friends or people you know that have been exploited sexually? Or have you been exploited sexually? Uliopatianaga?
Please.
Director was trapped.
Please don't attack Waronja. Please.
I was with Aronja here the previous episode and we had a lot of fun. So you guys, talk to me. Have you ever been exploited? Ama ushaisikia mtu amefanyiwa ile kitu?
On a personal level, no. But I've heard of it.
Lakini washaijaribu.
We.
Hakuna mtu ashaisema,
As I say,
we can try.
Don't attack David Waronja. Do not touch him.
I'm not attacking anybody.
Usimwage unga.
Waronja mimi hata sikuongelelei kuongea ukweli. Yes, talk to me.
Yeah, there is a lot of sexual exploitation. In exchange naambiwa nasema naitana auditions. Lakini ndio nikupatie hiyo role. Si wewe ni mtu mkubwa. Tupatane, tusiukuje kwangu.
Uko na ID.
Tuongelee hiyo story. I have heard of cases of I'm not gonna mention names. Please censor that.
Yeah.
Censor that.
Kameramani.
Msiniulie career. But I've heard of cases of a certain person. Actually, I came across a video on TikTok. Someone talking about how like this, it's a producer, not a director. How lazima ukuje nyuma ya tent ndio
ugawe ile kitu ndio mambo.
Nigawie ndio nikupe.
Mambo iendelee. Nipe nikupe. Ni scratch my back, I scratch yours. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Kuna the people are using like niko kwa power, mimi ndo nakupea kazi. So you're gonna si unataka kazi, utafanya kila kitu yenye mimi nataka. Yeah, and also there is lack of hatuna a voice that speaks out in case I am exploited. What should I do? Kuna a lot of fear. Back to what I'm saying, legislation. Nikifika pale juu kumreport, haitaenda. So
akona watu wanajua.
I know people above. Yeah. Hatuna like a way we can report these people who exploit. Hatuna, yani we don't hatuna.
You don't have a working system, definitely. So wewe hujai exploitiwa. Hawajai kuambia ufanye ile kitu.
Bana, I'm just a baby.
Wewe ushaifanyia mtu.
And shame on you. Shame kwa watu wenye wanafanya hivyo.
Wewe ebu ongelesha, nataka uongeleshe watu. Ngoja tusikie perspective nyingine hapa, alafu come back to that. Sally, talk to us. Sexual exploitation.
Yeah, like I haven't been sexually exploited.
Exploit.
Yeah.
No.
Tutauliza on one end.
Jai, ona kijana handsome ukaamua.
No, the Lord is my witness. My goodness.
Kashugwa.
It's demonic for me. Yeah, no. Anyway. Yeah, so sexual exploitation is that. Like I've had people, personally, I don't think I've had anyone close to me who has been, but I've heard stories of people going to, look for a job, and the first thing is that
bend over
the first
kwa
thing
desk.
is now you're being analyzed, even at our the CV or anything. They just look at you and they're like, you can just
Ndo
have
maana
this
unaenda
job.
mahali upata receptionist, they are just so stupid.
Yeah,
They are
simply because you have punda.
stupid
Like-
because simply because you have nyash, Kiingia kwa ofisi ya mdosi tunafurahi.
And you do that, umeletwa chini,
Yeah.
and umepata job, but at what cost?
Yeah.
Your honor and dignity is gone, But I feel like this sexual exploitation thing is really
it's a huge thing
a
in the
huge thing.
industry.
Like, even if ukianza kuongelea leo, I don't know, it's just, let me just say it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah.
Talk to these people that are not even exploited. They are not being exploited. These people are just there, they are just vacant. Literally. They're just vacant. If I want, naenda pale nakuna na nafurahi. And talk to these people that are actually are actually accepting to be exploited. Wewe uko hapo unajua nakaa fiti, nikienda hapa au mademu wengine wote wenye ataka hii role hawapatiwi. Napatiana hii kitu.
Imuko inamia.
Mtajua mjui.
Bana muache kufanya hivyo. Mnafanya si watu wa konde tunakosa kazi.
I'm just gonna say two things. Jipende tu. Jipende. Guy. You're worth more than that. And alafu mjipende tu. Alafu value. Know your value. If you know your value, I think utenda far. I think it's based on mindset and the way you see things. Ndio inafanya watu wanaona hawezi grow past a specific point. Know your value and jipende, please.
Let's stop being exchanged.
Yeah.
Exchanging our dignity for roles.
For money. No, you're actually
Najua ni kazi lakini pia.
Unaka definitely sasa wewe ni poko tu. Wewe una difference na watu wamepanga line huko kwa Inange. Ukweli tu.
Yeti tunakuona kwa kamera.
Ni ati tu tunakuona kwa TV. Okay, wewe ni porn star mwenye uja kera ikero. So as we wind up, I'm going to ask 2 more questions ndo tumalizie. Unaona kameramani. Njai imeanza kumtuanga. Njai imeanza kumtuanga. Number 1, there is what we call I don't know how to say it. Like sex on set, or on set, intimacy on set. How do you guys go about that? How do you go about it? Number 1 is a question. The second one is, do you think it can lead to, or does it lead to controversial aftermath?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes to everything that you have said.
Yeah.
It is I feel like, according to me, remember as you listen to this, as you watch to this.
Niliona Stra pale kuna mambo ya 1 2 3. How did you go about that, you guys? Kwanza sister yako kwa hiyo movie ni noma. Ni noma mbaya.
But if you guys have not watched Stra, Miss Dream me watch
Please
nini.
Please pause. Fika pale YouTube tafuta Stra.
Shujaz Stra. Unaona Shujaz ulikuwa unasoma ukiwa mtoto basi.
Alafu enda tafuta hiyo film. Hiyo film ni noma. Enda watch.
So, back to what I was saying. On set romances can be very controversial.
And Stra also comes every Wednesday at 10 p.m. NTV. Just tune in. Yeah.
So you should know.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying, on set romance can be very controversial because assuming assuming I'm on set as someone's girlfriend and there is intimacy niyo, let me break it down.
Fooling around.
But kushikashikwa, kiss, mwah, that one. Assuming I am playing as someone's girlfriend. Back at home, I am dating. So after this, like unajua they are
boyfriend haezi sikia
hata nisikia wale hata ni
mi
understand
kwanza amwezi nisho
and remember for me to be on set I have to be on character sitafanya juju juu ati niko na boyfriend nyumbani it has to be passionate
nataka kuwa actor madirector mnitafute bwana
hiyo film ingine holla at me holla at your guy
and also there are issues of like professionalism kuna watu wana pick up they take I am playing as your girlfriend on set right tufanye hiyo story hapa and then we decide to continue I feel like
lazima like kuna venye tumeanza lazima tumalizie kuna vile tunaweza anza alafu
tutaachia hapo so I feel like inaleta controversies at home na pia at work cause tuseme tumepatana on set I've been your girlfriend we start getting fooling around I go on another set nipewe maybe something a character that looks like that now I have someone else remember I got you naza niko na mtu mwingine it can be very controversial so we have to approach it on set romance has to be approached in a very professional way otherwise tutashindanga
is it approached in a professional way to begin with
I feel like that's upon you to decide I'm not gonna say
as the actor
as the actor I'm not gonna say it's approached in a professional way or not a professional I'm not gonna pick a side but I feel like it's up to you to decide what next after that
before like such scenes are done mainly or we do ask like are you really willing the consent are you really willing to do this and we just tell you how it's going to be if it's a kiss we would want it to like look natural like not like you need to like
get deep into it
someone needs to like feel that that's whatever you're doing and are you willing to do this how far are you willing to go exactly and we need and us we tell you this is professional we look at both of your angles and you okay with it okay and sometimes they do side somewhere like this thing you don't go on harassing someone past set this is work this is work so there needs to be like protocols like for that scene so and for the explicit scenes that I have been to actually most of the time like it's made in a way that looks real but isn't
it's not real
but these are authentic someone can act it out and literally sell it to you that this is actually what is happening but at the end it's just people know how to act people are skilled people are skilled
sex directors ama kitu kaa hiyo wanawafunza kukulana kwa movie na huyo ni mtu living that guy is perfect at home if you can fake something like that bana na tunaona inakaa
I feel like pia kuna tension ita develop after that nini imagine I've kissed you and wewe maybe uli catch feelings ama mimi nika catch feelings
that is where I was heading kama hii mambo ya bestie chubuia ifanyikagi ovyo unapata mtu ashaingia amepata mafiloni nini hii mambo ya kukua you're being intimate mnakulana mate on set mkitoka hapo kuna mafeelings mtu anakuaga nazo ule dem fulani ako kwa hiyo movie yenu kwanza utanipea hiyo swali nimuulize
nitakupea namba
nilipea namba huyo nitamuuliza hiyo swali
kwa sababu niliona
I'm very professional
yes
I am your host am I not professional
you are
Araf. Yes so my feelings hapo okay it depends with the kind of person you are and it depends na kama you've been lonely for a long time
self control come on
you've been lonely for a long time bana it's gonna be very suggestive
ati everything you have the money and you have the
umesaidika both
my
ways
rights pesa tick fame tick
well all right the last question we've had cases of people relapsing and getting into depression and people getting into alcoholism and drug and substance abuse, and they relapse mentally. And we've seen a lot of them in the film industry going to that direction. Personally, I've had a very good actor and a guy that I used to love their films. And Ujama is just hung on coke at anakuwa addict. Probably, maybe because of the role that they played or something like that. But what do you think leads to this?
Firstly, wasanii wanachoka. Midnight where unajigeuza kwa kitanda, msanii ndo anahama location. We are moving from one location to another. So in the first thing, stress, nimechoka, I have burnout. So if I have burnout, energy burnout, definitely my mental state sifikiri straight. Okay. So one, there is a lot of constraint kwa our physique, when we are doing a lot of work, we don't even have time for ourselves. Okay. So kuna end up kukua na iyo burnout. Okay. And also there's so much expectation, especially financially, from back to the first thing we said, broke and famous. There's a lot of expectation from the community. I am supposed to live a life that I can't afford, that you guys think I can afford, but logically I can't. Yeah, I think you've heard of artists when they are seeking help, maybe on TikTok. Yeah. I don't want to mention names. Yeah, unaona huyu ni mtu tumekuwa tukiona. There is someone we were seeing on Tahidi High. I think maybe from that unaweza. Kama you follow up unaweza jua ni nani ninaongelea. Like I am supposed to live a life yenye siezi afford. That there's a lot of expectation. So the more the expectation, the more relapse I have. And the more relapse I have, bas mnanikosa kwa industry one time. Yeah.
All right. So ni pesa na expectations are say.
Yeah, and also tunachoka. Back to what I was saying. Okay. Yeah. We don't have enough time to rest. Yeah.
Unamecheza mafilm tu kucheza mafilm back to back.
Cinema after cinema. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Pesa itafutwe. Yeah.
But at what expense? What do you think is causing relapses?
I think the pressure of it. Film has a lot of pressure. Like mnaweza andika script na msome hii scene inafaa ifanywe this and this a time. Yeah. And if you're late, there's that. I think it's just the pressure of film. Film has a certain level of pressure. You know, people think that tunakanga tu hivyo, but film has pressure. And as she said, expectation, perfection. Like film, like kuna venye there's an expectation that comes from film yako ikuwe tu poa. We need to sell this thing.
Okay. There's a lot of scrutiny. We expect this from so and so. Na sipo delivers hatumpati kazi.
And now that inaleta a lot of things. Unapata mtu anakuwa na low self esteem. Okay. If the person has like real talent, utapata sasa inakuwa ngumu kwenda another nini because someone has already crashed, because of maybe the pressure. Unapata mtu onset anakuongelesha vibaya because of the pressure. So if someone doesn't have the heart, unapata mtu amechukulia serious, true. Ina lead to suicide cases. Unapata mtu anasema na film ndio my life, na hapa ndio nakuwa stressed and all this. Someone ends up frustrated, depression, ina lead to suicide cases and all that. So unapata mentally mtu anakuwa so drained. Okay. And also like kurest. Hakuna like I don't know. Yeah, like there's a lot of issues. Pressure, okay. Yeah.
Also, I feel like you see, film is very engaging. Okay. Na it's very demanding. Unapata huyu mtu like they don't even have time. I had a life before film. Now film has come, ninataka do. Yeah. I stop being around people. I lack support. Maybe there's something I've experienced at work. I need to like sina time ya ku talk to people who I used to talk to. I am so isolated from my friends. I am so isolated from my family. Ujue tukikuja kazi ni like unafaa uchape kazi vizuri. Yeah. No matter what you're going through, no matter who died, no matter uliachwa jana, you don't yeah, back to what I'm saying. Yeah,
You have to fall into character.
I have to fall into character. So my mental state, as in I don't have time to talk about what I'm going through. I don't have time to like interact with people I used to. So please, mkiweza, please support that actor. Muulize uko sawa, mtext. Hata kama atajibu kesho kutwa, please ask them.
There is, as we wind up, there is this aspect of therapy. Unajua mimi usikiaga huko maju na niliambiwa hata nikusikia nasikiaga tu. Kazi yangu tu ni kusikia. When you're done playing a certain character, that is not who you are to begin with. That is not who you are. So you have to be taken in for counseling so that you can get back to your normal self. That is a problem that I don't think that is a problem that is, I don't know how to put it. We don't have that in our country, do we? Wewe ulikanseliwa uache kuwa mtoto. Have you cancelled?
No.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like I get I get where you're coming from. Kuna characters, mine was not as like demanding because naturally that is who I am.
Yeah.
Like
Wewe ni mtoto.
Mimi ni mtoto.
Baby girl.
Mimi ni baby girl. So I feel like kuna characters zenye ni so demanding, like assuming you had to play a character of a widow or maybe in your past.
Ama jangili, when
Yeah.
gaidi.
Yeah.
Like that guy who was killing like 30. How many people did he kill? The person who had to act the exact same person. Like, what was the name?
The one that had prison. Ama, which guy are we talking about?
The guy who killed a lot of people and then was prison and I don't know what is it. It is a Hollywood movie.
Oh, okay.
I think when I remember, just continue.
Okay. So I feel like tunafaa provide some counseling because I have to get back. Remember, I fell into character, so I have to get back to myself. Kuna characters. I was watching like Volume. There is a character. I don't know. It looks gayish. Maybe logically, to see gay in real life. No.
Aanze kubehave huku kama
I'm
gay.
behaving like a girl. Now I have to behave like a man again. Yeah.
Plus, you have to deal with all that, with all the people
I
knowing
have to
that,
convince
you know,
people that
I'm not
I am
gay.
not gay. Yeah. There's
Dudes are
nothing-
going to katia you everywhere.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay.
So provide counseling. Yeah.
Kama utoke kwa market, people are assuming you're gay. Like, no, me, see you with one of them.
All right. So let's wind up. I'm going to give you guys each a minute, so that maybe you can give us your parting shot. Kila mtu atupatie parting shot yake. Tuambie tupatie tu parting shot alafu tukafunge.
So for me, what I can say, as I said, if we come to the realization of how film is very impactful, not only to just for entertainment, but it's impactful to knowledge and all that, and to pick a place to ache kubeba ufala, film can actually be a good career. Like unaweza eat from film, but that is only when you refuse mwache kubeba ufala and just realize that your talent can actually feed you. Don't be discouraged. Like if you want to be the change that you want to see in the world, come on. Yeah.
Mine is very brief. Let's stop being selfish. Let's stop recycling actors. It's not bad. I understand that person ako talented, but please cast new people. Na pia we need a lot of support. Cinema sana. Adios.
Hey. Mafans, mpigi makofi. Ni nini? All right, my guys, mmesikia. We needed a female perspective of this. We had a male perspective. Tulikuwa na a very heated conversation. Kama uja watch the previous episode, please make sure you run and watch it because it's, oh my God. I don't even have the words to explain. And as we wind up, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being with us throughout this entire episode. I know wewe kama msanii, if you also have kama uko sexually exploited, unaweza comment hapo hivyo tukutafute tukucancel bana. Unajua si vizuri ukae hapo na wali to take your innocence na haujaongea, hujatafuta counseling. It's not good. Yeah, and make sure you hit on that subscribe button hapo hivyo. Follow us on all our social media platforms, all our social media handles. Tutafute, utatupata. Jasema mtawapata wapi? Wewe uko na mahali unataka wakupate? Ama wakutafute home? Tafute mtaa.
Nipate TikTok Doll Sally.
Doll Sally.
Instagram Sleek No Ways man.
Wewe ma DJ selector sting.
Yangu ni 07 hapana we.
Kuna watu wanaitafuta hiyo namba. Siwapati.
So mine is _ Stella Mbuthia. Okay, just look for Stella Mbuthia on all social media platforms. That's the same username. Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Instagram. Ni hiyo tu. Yeah.
Amazing.
Simple, Stella Mbuthia. Yeah.
Thank you for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. We are so happy and glad that you are with us. Wait for that other episode that is coming. I'm telling you, I'm going to be bringing you hot things. Niko na watu, of course, hot people as well. Why not? And also, acha nisiseme social media zangu. Najua mnanijua kwa every kujeni, nitafuteni mtaa. Broken famous. Siku zuri. Siku zuri. All right, until we meet again, my name is Chris Wanjiru, aka Hype Trenches. Mpaka next time, adios.
Z Talks, we aren't talking about TED Talks. A rough diamond, bedrock, line and vibing.